Good morning and welcome back to Cold Waters. I'm Captain Numpty, or David Steele, and here's me boat. And today we're back in a Swiftsure-class, and our mission is to, well, I would say defend the United Kingdom. No, we are unfortunately too late to stop an attack on the UK, but let's see if we can prevent it from happening again. So we are just off the southwest of the UK. You can't see it on the map, but I guess the very extreme top right edge would be the English south coast. And Portsmouth has been hit by a number of cruise missiles. So this would appear to be the reason for those cruise missiles. We were sent to investigate. Now, the Russian cruise missiles are not smart enough to change the direction where they're from. And it looks like I've got 3 boats across here, and a bit of a spot of interception here. It's interesting, the weapons I've got with me today are mostly tigerfish. I do have some sea lance. I'll circle back and talk about sea lance in just a little bit. But and of course some spearfish. In fact, let's bring up that display. Go. So we have 6 spearfish, 11 tigerfish, 8 harpoons, and 6 sea lance. Now, sea lance, this is a weapon that was never put into active service, and it certainly wasn't bought by the Royal Navy. I'm going to hand wave that. I'm going to suppose that it was really bought, it was put in service, and we are going to use it. It's quite an important standoff capability. It certainly has its uses. It's not a magic bullet.
Come left to 270, helm aye.
But as a means of dropping a torpedo on the head of a fleeing submarine, it is very useful. Certainly, in many respects, more useful than the tigerfish. Now, it's very much an American weapon, so I'm going to try and mod this and call it a different weapon and pop a tigerfish in it. But either way, we've preserved our spearfish as much as we can. Generally, the spearfish, it's a very effective weapon. Can be a very effective weapon. It's very fast. It's noisy, but it's very fast. And in those circumstances where we really need to make sure that we hit, let's just turn south.
Come left to 169, helm aye.
In those circumstances where we really want to hit the target, or at least disrupt the target, before its torpedo can disrupt our own operations, that's very useful. You might be thinking, so what? Well, yes, but the majority of these, I'll say that the majority. Let's see. Okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 239, contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 231, contact faded.
We're losing contact.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 239.
We're losing
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 239.
Am I good to talk now? We're losing contact on the enemy submarines because the towed array is behind
Con
us.
sonar new contact bearing 247, designated Sierra 5.
I would like to suppose that's a fishing boat, but I don't think it is.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
Sonar reckons that's a Charlie 2. Okay. Well, what I was trying to say, in fact, maybe the set 665M is wire-guided. No. So one of these submarines, the Oscar, Sierra 3, has got wire-guided torpedoes, which means that that submarine can guide them towards me. And as long as it can detect me, it means it's much more dangerous. So my own torpedoes, they are also wire-guided, at least assuming the wire doesn't break. and that's great. Tigerfish is a slow weapon. It's quiet, it's also slow. It'll do 35 knots in attack mode or 25 when it's in navigation mode. Charlie 2 can reach 24 knots by itself. The Oscar, I think it's a little quicker. 30 knots, yeah. Yeah. So the long and short are, the enemy can pretty much outrun our Tigerfish torpedoes. Or its torpedoes are quicker. So it fires upon me, I fire upon it, and if it can guide its torpedoes to my direction, I'm going to have to evade, I'm going to have to maneuver, likely lose my wire, and that can be enough to just nullify your shot. Well, I'm going to accelerate time. Where do I want to pick up that Oscar? I really want to pick all of them up. We've detected now, it looks like.
Come right to 180, helm I.
1 escort and 4 cruise missile boats. So, I've got plenty of torpedoes. I just have to get a little closer to make the Tigerfish really effective. Accelerate time.
Con sonar,
Okay.
recon, helm, steady course.
There's the Victor. Victor 1. They appear to be swirling or circling, which is great. I've got no complaints with them. Can circle all they like. It may be looking for resupply. It was a pretty devastating attack. We reckon somewhere between sort of 2 and 6 cruise missile boats. Okay, let's remove accelerate time. Let's take a look. This one is F2 over Sierra 1. There she is. Behind that, yep, is the other boat. I'm going to disrupt this. I think I do. Let's go ahead and get some sea lance loaded. Now, can any of them hear me? Not passive. They'll likely hear me if I launch, but they won't hear me passively. And I think what I'm going to do is get up to 150 feet. That's my launch depth. For
Make depth 150 feet, dive I.
for sea lance. Okay, switch back to me. It should be me getting up to depth. Yeah, it is. Right. So, my thoughts here now. I'm going to drop these torpedoes on their heads. I don't know so much that the Mark 50 torpedo that Sea Lance that launches will be able to really sink these. It might do,
Torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
but it may also force them to the surface. Now, there's a good chance they're going to detect the launch, but they're 10,000 yards away. That's a little far for Tigerfish. To be fair, if there's no chance of them maneuvering,
Dive at 150 feet, dive I.
it's not far at all. But the problem I've got is I'm going to be maneuvering. I'm going to have to maneuver the counterfire. Not dramatic counterfire, unless the Oscar starts getting involved, and they generally just book it once you launch. Those captains know better. In terms of what I want to go for,
Torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
it's not really that. These aren't really attack boats. Let's see, what's the Charlie 1? So, can I get that? Can I even select it? Come on. There we go. 26 knots. It's a little quicker. And of course, the Victor one's, I think, 31, 32 knots. I'm actually going to drop. Yeah, I'm going to drop this torpedo onto, I would say, around about here.
Shoot tube 3.
Let's get a reel out of the way. Now I'm keeping that other one, the other Sea Lance, ready. If I can detect the Oscar, I'm gonna launch at him. Right, let's watch this. I'm gonna stack Talanoids. It gets lobbed towards the target area. We may eventually intercept. You know, there's a chance I could get a tigerfish off without... There's a chance I can get one off without being detected. Let's go ahead and try it. I mean, what's the worst that happens, right?
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Got 2 off in quick
Con,
succession.
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Okay, that's the sea lance on the way. Let's watch this, and whilst we're doing this, let's go ahead and get my torpedoes split. Let's watch this sea lance. That's my tigerfish. That's my sea lance. Oh, hello. Now they must have heard that. In fact, yeah, they must have heard that. Quite possibly heard the launch as well, or they'll be detecting a launch. Now it's entirely possible that they'll know exactly where I am, and looks like this guy is sinking, or could be sinking. Yeah, we'll go back to my view. Okay. So they ought to be able to know pretty much where I am if they can hear both tigerfish. But tigerfish is a quiet weapon. It's one of its well, it has a big warhead, but it's also quiet, and it's a really good strength. For these kind of attacks like this, they may not know where I am. They may have heard the launch, but they may not be able to detect that that torpedo coming towards them. And that's very good. That's a really good thing. Okay, so let's see. They're coming towards me. That's interesting. No idea where that Oscar is right now. But okay. So I also have the option to launch a higher speed spearfish torpedo, and I would do that if I could detect the Oscar. Oscar would be a good catch for me. But so far the Victor appears to be not taking any action whatsoever. Let's accelerate time again. I can also go to
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
ultra quiet. Accelerate time.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra, Bore.
Okay.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 257, designated Sierra 6.
That is interesting because we didn't know there was anything out there. Oh boy.
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as submerged submarine.
I think that deserves a sea lance.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Possibly a second one.
Come left to 127, helm aye.
Okay. I'm going to turn away a little bit. I really want to get these torpedoes en route to the primary targets, which are going to be these cruise missile boats. But that all said, if I can bag Sierra, that's also good news as well. I'll keep torpedo 1 heading westerly. It looks like the enemy is turning north. Alright, let's see if this Sea Lance picks anything up. Let's see if we can watch it. Yes, I think it has. Wow. That's pretty conclusive. And what's that in the background?
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Okay, some submarine activity going on. There's a Charlie that looks like it's trying to surface. So we'll watch this. Whatever it hit, still can't detect. Nothing. Okay. Great. Well, we don't know what that is, or we don't know how much damage we cause, how badly it's affected. Other than it's pinging, and it doesn't seem to be able to detect me right now, which is nice.
Con, helm, steady course.
It's so tempting to get torpedo 2 to intercept this Sierra. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to catch it though with a tigerfish, not likely to. I'd have to get a spearfish, and it would have to be pretty accurate, because the spearfish, I've got 2 wires, so I either cut a wire to a tigerfish, which I don't really want to do, and have a wire on the spearfish, or I potentially risk losing a shot. Let's let this Sierra run out. He's put it at flank speed. He's booking it. He's damaged as well. Let's see. He doesn't appear to be that bothered by it. Distance between me and the incoming torpedo, and I'm going to suppose that this is a USET-80, is 4,000 yards, so even now if it detects me, or if it goes active, it shouldn't detect me, and that's a good thing. I'm optimistic that we will evade everything right now. Another risk I haven't yet talked about is that this Oscar has standoff torpedo capability. Does the Victor have it as well? Nope. The Charlie, yes, the Charlie does. Charlie 2 does at least. Right. They both might do. What's SSN? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, those Charlies are dangerous then. They can drop a rocket-powered torpedo on my head if they know where I am. So I could do with avoiding that. My primary targets are very much the cruise missile
Con
boats.
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 6. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 6.
I don't know what that is. I'm going to guess that that's the Oscar.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra
give it two of
3,
those.
bearing 229.
Let's see, can we watch those launch? Did they go already? Okay, here they go. Not very exciting right now, but it'll bob to the surface, unless that's one that they're launching. Which it might be, which would be bad. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to stick around here.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water,
Aha.
torpedo in the water, bearing 296.
That is not good. That
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
It's really not good. Terrible.
Con
news.
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 243. Contact faded.
It's also not good the fact
Passing 200 feet.
that my torpedo ended up going for the Oscar.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2. Make turns. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Yeah, lost the wires. Oh well.
Make turns for con sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 039.
Yep. I'm in a heap of
Con
trouble
sonar,
now.
no longer cavitating.
So they
Passing 400 feet.
they did unto me as I did unto them, which is not exactly
Passing
unexpected.
500 feet.
So we're being chased by
Passing
a
600 feet.
rocket-powered,
Con, knuckle
rocket
formed.
launched, rocket drop torpedo. Okay. Let's flatten my descent. And
Passing 800 feet.
do with getting away from this USET-80, or supposedly USET-80. I don't know what that is for sure,
Passing 900 feet.
but putting a bit of distance between myself and it is a very sensible choice. So that was, yeah, it's now circling. It looks like I'm good, in
Con
sense that
sonar, noise maker.
Passing 1,000 feet.
it's not detected me.
Knuckle
And
formed.
this torpedo up here hasn't detected me either, so that's also good news. Let's get my depth down to maybe 1,200, at least 1,200 feet.
Make depth 1200 feet. Dive high.
Now just,
Passing 1,100 feet.
okay, that'll do. I want to get the thing down as deep as quick as I can, if you see what I mean. And I didn't say that particularly elegantly.
Con sonar.
Okay.
Passing 1,200 feet.
It's just got whiff of me going deep. Sometimes you can change your depth very dramatically once you detect that and pop up to the surface, and it's very useful, but difficult to do that. And I wasn't even going to try. Let's go ahead and knuckle it now.
Con, knuckle formed.
See if that helps. It does, and I'm going to turn away and head southwest. Why southwest? Well, I'm heading right
Come
towards
right
the
to
enemy.
227. Helm I.
So we got the Victor 1, likely with my 2 sea
Con
lines.
maneuvering. Making turns for 3-2 knots.
Right.
Con helm. Steady course.
I don't know where much is, to be fair. I don't know where the Oscar is. Go ahead and give another knuckle to this chasing torpedo.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm making a ton of noise right now, which means that they're gonna know where I am.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 269.
That's an issue for those that carry the more formidable torpedo weapons, like the Oscar. I keep on referring to this Oscar because it would be great to bag this guy. It's also possible that there's a Yasin class out here as well.
Con, knuckle formed.
I don't know quite what the Russians are bringing to the party.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
That would appear to be a circling torpedo. No, it's not. It's actually gone live. Okay, they're boxing me in.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 220.
And it detected me, so I got out. Well, I'm in trouble now. I'm boxed in again. Alright, let's see if we can escape.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, I think we can do it. I'm going to head northeast away from everything as much as I can. And dramatically head to the surface.
Passing 1,100
Need
feet.
to drink a little bit of
Con,
water here.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing.
Passing 900 feet.
Here we go.
Passing 800 feet.
Torpedo
Passing
is
700 feet.
not the best quality,
Passing
but
600 feet.
it's still detecting
Passing
me.
500 feet.
And let's face it, if it can detect me, it can have me. To be colloquial.
Passing 400 feet.
Another knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, that's confused it enough, it's turning away. The switchback here. So, oh boy, there's another
Con,
couple
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 269.
of torpedoes chasing me. I am very real risk of getting pincered here.
Con, knuckle formed.
If these two go live behind me, I'm way within their
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 246.
detection range, and they are fairly shallow, which is useful, but they're still going to detect me.
Con,
Knuckle formed.
Just to throw off the one behind me. Yeah, there's a very real chance that I'm going to get pincered here. Pincered, one from the northwest and two from the south. So
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 267.
these are from the Oscar, and it looks like possibly three
Knuckle formed.
three submarines have been threatened by what I launched, which was the Tigerfish, and that's good. Oh, here we go.
Con, sonar, torpedo in
Yep.
the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 188.
To my surprise face.
Knuckle formed.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 241.
It's possible that they won't redetect me.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 192.
But they have. So
Knuckle formed.
okay, and they're heavy torpedoes. They're launched from
Con,
a submarine,
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 234.
so they've got a lot of range.
Knuckle formed.
I'm gonna dive. Switch back to my view.
Passing 400 feet.
Yeah, that's not an encouraging sight.
Knuckle formed.
Ooh,
Passing 500 feet.
I imagine we'd have felt that on board.
Passing 600 feet.
Let's turn away.
Passing 700 feet.
Get them down to my depth, turn away, and I'm going to knuckle back and see if I can confuse the two of them at the same time. It's not that likely. One is some distance away. Right, so to starboard.
Knuckle formed.
Okay, that helped and reduced my depth. Going to try some depth changes here. It's just going to buy me time, really. I need these things to run out of fuel.
Passing 700 feet.
Can't dive deeply enough to be able to use terrain. So we're going to have to do this. Just keep them at range tactic, I think.
Passing 600
Try a
feet.
numpty shuffle.
Knuckle formed.
Give you one of these. Have a noisemaker. Something's still tracking me, and these might still be wire guided,
Passing 600 feet.
which is bad news. I don't think they are,
Passing 700 feet.
but could be.
Passing 800 feet.
Yeah, this one coming
Passing
in,
900 feet.
I'm putting it on my tail now, is being a bit stubborn with being confused. Let's try it again. Let's knuckle it. almost right behind me.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 1,000 feet.
That's a bit of a shame.
Con, sonar, lost.
Con, knuckle formed.
I got something. Wait, that confused it. That knuckle confused it. Oh, no, it didn't. A noise maker. Is that going to help?
Passing
Nope.
1,000 feet.
Oh, that's very close.
Passing 900
That's
feet.
too close.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet.
Drag this thing
Passing
around.
600 feet. Passing 500 feet. Passing 400 feet.
It's still chasing me, and it's
Passing 300
awful
feet.
close.
Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
Running out of depth. Oh no, this is bad. I'm going to break
Passing 100 feet.
it.
Con, knuckle formed.
So we'll try a noisemaker for what it's worth, but that's a really bad thing to happen, is breach the surface.
Passing 100
That
feet.
said, we've confused everything. Wow.
Passing 200 feet. Passing 300 feet.
Just for a few
Con,
seconds.
sonar, no longer cavitating.
Hey, a few seconds is all we had. A few
Passing
seconds
500
is
feet.
hopefully all we need.
Passing 600 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. Okay, knuckles are working on at least one of them, and this is the one I'm most concerned about because it's the
Passing
closest.
700 feet.
But that does not mean
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm out of the woodwork. Okay.
Con, knuckle formed.
So, let's actually change my my depth change. Okay, I'm gonna head south now, away from the threat. Coming right back on my tail again, though. That's fine. It's okay. Now it's already happened.
Con, knuckle
I'll
formed.
try not to lose situation awareness. So let's switch back to the map view. What have we got? Charlie 2 and a Victor 1 have bought it, and that's still 4 known contacts, and we don't know where they are right now other than the general direction. One of those was probably killed by a sea
Passing
lance.
700 feet.
That's the Victor 1. The other one was probably killed by a tigerfish.
Con, knuckle
And I
formed.
think we damaged at least one other submarine. This thing's still coming at me.
Passing 600 feet.
There it goes. Turn away. There's one almost directly south of me. Let's
Con, knuckle
pop a
formed.
knuckle. I'm gonna keep the turn to port going and do the same for the other one. Okay, come on. There we go.
Con, knuckle formed.
Actually, I'm gonna turn south. Oh no, I'm not. I'm gonna do another knuckle.
Passing 500 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Let's do another radical depth change. We're gonna dive, dive, dive.
Passing 500 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, that helped.
Passing 600 feet.
Try and reduce my depth now. Oh no, no. Oh, never mind. This is bad.
Con, knuckle formed.
This is very bad. Yep, I think we bought it. Yep, we did. Alright, chaps. Everyone out. Last one out. Close the fire hatch. There's a good chap. Okay, well, we survived that engagement, but how well did we do? We damaged 2, and we sunk 2, and there was Charlie 1. Yeah, so we detected everything. 6 boats. Well, I mean, the Oscar has escaped. So 2 of those cruise missile boats basically were completely untouched, and so would go on to do another assault, assuming they can get resupplies. We killed an escort and damaged another escort, and I'm sure that Sierra 2 can also carry cruise missiles, or at least be some kind of threat. Okay, I didn't win. I didn't survive. Well, I did survive. It was a little bit. Well, I hope you got something from that. I certainly did. And yeah, if you did, you know what to do. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Like or dislike or subscribe and all that fun stuff. So thanks so much, and hopefully I'll see you at the next mission. Take care, everyone.